Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, it's days like these when I get to watch these animes that absolutely blow my mind and continuously show me that whatever I thought was possible is probably not going to happen because of all the stories I've seen before and all of the ways things play out usually. But this week's episode of Circus is so good that I am literally watching a show that I never even expected certain aspects to come to light. And I would love to talk about these things so you guys may get on board or just enjoy me as I speak. Um, we get the ultimate bad guy who's kind of pulling a Thanos when it comes down to the overall Infinity Wars and is winning as we think all of it's playing out. Like how things are right now, he's winning, hands down. So to think otherwise is dumb. And to see that it's playing out this way, and to see that not only is he winning and about to do whatever he pleases afterwards, we then get this instance of absolute unsurety that just like it ruins his whole entire ambition within seconds. And I love it. I love it so much because not only are we still deep away from getting a season finale, not to mention the guy who's actually one of the best fighters in the show aren't even present at the biggest fight that we're having almost as of now. Um, there's a lot of things that aren't adding up, and this is really one of those days that it starts to add up in the overall course of they are really giving this villain the benefit of the doubt of almost winning it all. Which, Faceless, if you see when I first was introduced to Faceless, which was probably like 8, 9 episodes, even more ago, meeting, like getting the announcement of his character and finding out that he was like the leader of the Shimigamis and stuff like that. I was a fan. I was a fan because all of the Shimigamis that supposedly had this transformation or had their blood altered to not die, to when the disease is up that makes you need to have people laugh. They all lost their personality. They all lost who they were. Um, and because of that, it was hard to really, um, be human as they so-called other people that weren't them. They are Shimigamis and they are not human anymore because of this traumatic thing that happens to them. So, with that being said, they really do uphold that. And when Faceless was around, he was the only one who was trying to make people laugh. He was cracking jokes. He was smiling the whole time. I mean, sure, you couldn't see his eyes or whatever, but the way he talked, the way he carried himself, you would think he's one of the happiest people just to be around. But it also came with some highly weird thought process for me. Like, wait a minute. If he has gone through all of them, why hasn't he lost his, spark? Why hasn't he started to act like all of these people who have, literally gone through the same stuff as what he's supposed to go through? It didn't make sense. But then Faceless is a man who actually sacrificed himself to save a character, and that even wound up being some fake news. So I, for one, am so thankful for a character that has done many upon many things already to blow my mind. Um, Not only that, here he is actually winning, taking over the mind or the body of, he's in the body of the kid now, and straight up is about to live his dreams. But since the show isn't completely biased and love his character as much as, they're showing they love him, he might not get exactly what he wants. And to think that he gets this close and is gonna lose it seems like it's gonna be a pretty awesome build up to it overall, just by how it's playing out. Not only has he fought against himself and actually complimented the young version that he's about to be inside his brain, inside his conscience inside of, because he's learned the fighting styles and actually is implementing them accordingly to fight with an adult sized man and keep up with them. You know, someone that, including someone who's been fighting for quite some time and has learned quite a bit, giving him all that knowledge. Just with his size, he should have still had the advantage over him, but because he had the puppet, it gave him a even footing to completely get a stalemate. So I thought that was a really smart way of giving him, like, oh wow, he's doing great, but at the same time, he shouldn't be able to win because of how much experience and how long this man, Faceless, has been doing what he's been doing. So that did play out the way I saw it. But to think that they actually did it, he puts his mind in there and he tells us that why he was doing it to then go up to the Eleanor to be like, hey, yo, what it do? I'm going to be the guy for you. And practically it was all about to work out. And Faceless and himself were going to have a fight, which I thought when he said, hey, I'm going to, switch my conscience into your body, I thought he was talking about, then the kid would have been inside of Faceless's body, and then he was probably just going to destroy the body. But no, he has two consciences, two of his own body to mess around with, and Faceless is just the old body that he's going to dismantle in front of Eleanor to look really cool. But for some odd reason, his old body at the first sign of pretty much dying or pretty much about to be taken out dodges. He dodges the attack from himself. Now, this is already alarming. A plan that you have set in motion, you are now dodging and not wanting to be a part of it all of a sudden. And he writes it off as, oh, my old body, I guess it just doesn't want to die yet. Or it reacted out of instance, out of reflex, All of these different things, he could really see why his body would do such a thing. But then when you really, really think about it, his body wants his mind to be happy, So it was a really, really cool instance to see that little minor back and forth with himself, just like, why did I do that? Am I gonna do it again? I don't think so. No, I won't do it again for sure. And then it happens. The reason why his body is somehow smarter than his stupid brain is because it sensed something probably looming within that other body, which turned out to be our boy having his conscience intact, almost as if you tell somebody you're going to do this, you give them a mental chance to prepare for someone to invade. Not only that, the man's already had his mind tampered with, and that's why he has memories from his father, from the man who pretty much has put all this in motion, which would have been a dumb thing for him to then get his mind taken over and not have been, ready for such a thing to occur. So they really, really are doing all the characters justice somehow. And it's not every day you get a show where the villain is actually like not laughable, like just comedy. Oh, I am a villain and I want to destroy you because you said I was fat when I ate that one ice cream bar. It's nothing dumb like that really you can't get behind. This man has been planning this for quite some time, ever since his brother supposedly he thought stole the woman that he never even cared for, including when his brother was telling him, hey, we need to focus on alchemy, we need to focus on this and that. But yet you have time to focus on getting married to that woman. And his younger brother should have just focused, right? So he took it the way he wanted to take it, and here we are to this day, still watching it play out. And with one of the main characters not even being in this week's episode, in the aspect of fighting, I feel like we are about to get some crazy, crazy stuff, and I cannot wait. But my anime people, I will end it there. I could go on for a while with my predictions or just like what I think could happen in the future, but that's not what this is about. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this episode and how great this show is becoming. Not only that, um, how much they actually put into every character instead of just the good side or the bad side. It seems like both sides are having some really, really good outcomes to their fights and their overall plans. So let's see how it plays out. Thank you for everybody subbing and talking in the comments. It means a lot. It makes this whole entire channel thing and creating a lot easier because every time you make something and people have something to either say or they just want to talk just to talk, it goes to show you there's progress being had instead of nothing being, no one showing up, no one doing anything. So anything is huge at this point, and I truly, truly appreciate it, guys. So I hope to talk to you in the next one. I'll be dropping a video quite soon. I think I'm only going to do 2 today, so yeah, and I think I'm going to remove the Mortal Kombat video relatively soon. I just had a lot of people asking me when I was streaming, why did you have so much coins? I had like 200k, 300k, and people were wondering about it, so I thought I'd make a quick little video for those people because I didn't really feel like streaming it. And so when I did it, I was just like, I'll just privatize the video, and if people still want to know, I can just send them a link to that privatized video. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next one. So with that, peace.